So they're just about set to go on the first of the day. So runners up behind the gate, ready to go first of the day. They're up to the release point. And the starter said go. Kasami Direct out wide came out well with Irish Town Babe, and over the inside there is Quamby Cerebella. Missy Dollar is next along the inside, followed then by Rusty Fella there, followed then by Our Joshy Boy. Fate and Fortunes out wide of Jogalong Stingray. Getting back a bit as Who's Jacket, and back at the tail of the field there now is Sunny Orlando. So they work around the turn into the straight with a couple of circuits to travel. And Irish Town Babe is just the leader from Kasami Direct on the outside. Behind the leader Missy Dollar. Getting up into the 1x1 trail then is Quamby Cerebella, and going up very wide on the track then is Rusty Fella. They were followed through back on the marker line then as they work up to the judges. Sting along back behind them on the outside is Jogalong Stingray. They're followed further back then by our Joshy Boy as they work out of the straight from Fate and Fortune. They're followed out wide then by Sunny Orlando, and His Jacket is back at the tail of the field. Well, Rusty Fella took charge as they run at the back now with 1200 to travel. It's out by a length and a half now to Irish Town Babe. First without cover is Kasami Direct on the outside. On the fence then is Missy Dollar. They were followed then by Quamby Cerebella going forward, then as Sunny Orlando out 3 wide. Over on the fence then is Jogalong Stingray. They were followed further back in the race then as they work off the back as Our Joshy Boy, then Who's Jacket, and Fate and Fortune is back at the tail of the field. They're inside 1200 to travel now as they work up towards the home bend, and Rusty Fella led the way. Sunny Orlando is up on the outside. In third spot then is Irish Town Babe. They're followed then by Kasami Direct. 3 back on the marker line as Missy Dollar, followed then by Quamby Cerebella. They're followed further back then now as they work down the straight. Here's Jogalong Stingray. Out wide on the track there is Fate and Fortune. Around the outside there have Our Joshy Boy, and back at the tail is Who's Jacket. They've got short of 800 to travel as they run out of the straight. Rusty Fella led the way. It's out by a half length. Sunny Orlando on the outside. Irish Town Babe is in third spot, followed then by Kasami Direct. There goes Fate and Fortune 3 wide. On the fence then is Missy Dollar. In between runners then is Quamby Cerebella. They're followed further back then by Our Joshy Boy, then Jogalong Stingray, and Who's Jacket at the tail. Up to the top they go, 400 metres left to go, and Sunny Orlando raced past Rusty Fella to go to the front. They're followed then by Irish Town Babe. Out wide on the track then, and coming home is Kasami Direct. Further back then is Quamby Cerebella, and out wide of it then is Fate and Fortune, followed by Missy Dollar, then Jogalong Stingray, and back at the tail is Our Joshy Boy, but they're homeward bound into the straight now, and going forward now is Sunny Orlando. It went to the lead from on the outside there's Irish Town Babe. Irish Town Babe, they was giving the better, getting close to the line, and Irish Town Babe wins the first from Sunny Orlando. Kasami Direct ran third, followed then by Quamby Cerebella. Further back then was Fate and Fortune, Jogalong Stingray, then Rusty Fella. Further back then came Missy Dollar. Out wide is Our Joshy Boy, and the last winner's Who's Jacket.